Kvelertak with their brand new album, Nattesferd. I tried. That's all that I can say. I apologize for no doubt destroying the language because I really suck at it. It's not my natural tongue. Americans are kind of ignorant, I suppose. So 2013, we actually reviewed their last album entitled Mir. It's been 3 long years where there have been many folks that have been saying, hey, have you heard anything new from these guys? Do they have an album coming out? Give me some information. I love the album so damn much. I want more. I want more, damn it. Give me more. Well, here we are, 2016, and there's more, damn it, and it's something that certainly has a lot of folks excited. There have been tracks that have been shared, such as 1985 or Berserker, and they have both caused even further excitement. Wait a minute, 1985, that sure sounds familiar. Am I talking about the right album? Am I sure that I'm not actually talking about Affinity by Haken? No, I already did that, but they have a song called 1985 as well. And both of these tracks are able to do something very similar. With the 1985 track by Haken, they seem to invade the pants of 1985, at least the progressive sensibilities of that time, added in with a little bit of some of the new wave or post-punk that you heard during that era, and we're able to craft a pretty phenomenal song based around that. Here with Kvelertak, we have 1985 once again getting invaded, and it's instead one that focuses more toward the hard rock sensibilities while adding in the black and roll style that this band, this Norwegian powerhouse, has been able to really not only put out, but sort of seduce us with. And believe me, it's a seduction that doesn't sound nearly as evil as the word may suggest. It's instead one that's very alluring. It's almost like seeing, 6 lovely ladies, or men, depending on your designation, in wonderful lingerie, and for some strange reason, they all want you. Yeah, I know, it's really hard to believe, fatty, fuck you. But at any rate, this is a great track, and that's the second one on this disc. It's the only track that is before it is the very fun to say Dendrophil for Yggdrasil, which I no doubt destroyed as well. Believe me, I should just say track numbers, but I'm going to be ignorant, I guess, because I want to at least try. It's not out of ignorance. It's the fact that I want to actually give it a goddamn attempt, and yeah. But those 2 tracks, they start off this album. The opening 11 minutes of this disc really showcases the black and roll. It showcases those driving guitar riffs that have a little bit of a softer sensibility to it whenever it comes to what you would traditionally associate with acts such as black metal or death metal. Things that perhaps are a little bit more well-known, or things that Norway's a bit more known for. Instead, these are heavy riffs, don't get me wrong, that do have some of the hard rock sensibilities that you hear from the 70s and the 1980s, which means that at some points they are a little bit simpler, but they are able to do so much with so little to make these songs extremely catchy. These are tracks that have just a great thump to them. You sort of see yourself, or feel yourself tapping your foot along to them, you're bobbing your head, you're enjoying yourself. It's like you could listen to this, or you could listen to Journey. Listen to this. This is better than listening to Journey. Journey gets fucking repetitive. So moving on forward with this disc, the one thing that has to be really recognized is that this group is unwilling to not take risks. They instead want to continue to further this sound a little bit, and the title track proves that. We have some clean vocals in here that only illuminate sort of the catchiness and the very ease of earworm status of some of these riffs and some of these big choruses that you hear on this album. And that's what sort of sets these guys apart a little bit, is that while other bands attempt to perhaps pursue this style or pursue a style that has more of a hard rock influence, Kvelertak as well as Avatar are able to create these infectious little grooves and infectious harmonies and couple them up with great lyrical construct and lyrical strands that keep it in your head and keep it memorable to you, and that's definitely a positive thing. One thing that I have to praise a good bit, and I'm not going to talk about each track, considering I want a couple of them to be a bit of a surprise for you, but I do like the fact that with track number 8 on this disc, they go from having songs that go from the about the 3 minute to the 5.5 minute length, and then all of a sudden they just pop a 9-minute song in there. And you might be thinking to yourself, is this band really going to be able to accompany 9 minutes worth of time with the style that they employ? It is the fastest 9 minutes, perhaps, that we have experienced throughout the whole of this year. The 9 minutes literally fly by with this track number 8. I'm not even going to try this because I will no doubt be chastised for it. I apologize for the 15th time, god damn it! Anyway, I love the fact that they take simple ideas on this song. They take ideas, then, sort of use a little bit of that hypnotic nature of their sound, of their style, in order to just let that repetition take hold at points. But the song does not feel static. That's what makes, I think, the 9 minutes fly by, is that they're able to take these ideas and give them kinesis, give them a lot of life, give them a lot of activity. Once again, there is a big chorus in here that has some clean vocals that accompany the rough and rugged, that coupling give it a lot more charm. It stays in your head even more than 1985 or the title track off of this disc, and you find yourself actually wanting to revisit the longest cut on this album multiple times. It's actually a highlight. And yes, that's what you aim to do with an epic. I understand that. That's what you aim to do with a track that has that length. It better damn well be worth it, correct? Yeah, but in order for it to be a highlight, it has to really represent something, and this represents one of the band's principal strengths, and that's taking what they've already established, throwing it together with an even longer composition, which they've not shied away from in the past, let me just say, and make it memorable. Make it something that gives you goosebumps, and this track is able to do so. And then you have Necrodamus to finish this off, something that is very, very different, and once again embraces that sort of final track philosophy of attempting something new. You listen to this just from the onset, and it's just sort of, yeah. Can you hear that? It's something that has more of a thumping bass line to start off, something that drives a little bit more of that philosophy. And it is odd to hear something so, I guess, recognizable through mainly punk music, a little bit of death punk or death and roll has this side as well, either that or perhaps a little bit of the modern rock philosophy, and yet that thump still resonates and still creates and crafts a certain real pre-established idea in your brain, and then the group just kicks your ass one more time for nearly 5 minutes. Overall, I have to say that this group continues their evolution with each passing album, and they are not a band that is afraid to take some time to make sure that that is what happens. They had every opportunity after the success of their last disc, the success of Mir, not only domestically but abroad here in America, they had every opportunity to just go back into the studio and pump out a brand new record. But instead, they took 3 years. They took the time. They crafted noise and were able to tour along with their product in order to give it even more sufficient play and even more sufficient memory. I hope that they aim to do that once again with this album here, with Nattesferd, because I believe that it has all of the instincts and all of the power to be a signature moment for this band that showcases that even further evolution can come, and that it has a lot to offer a listener. 88 out of 100 for this. It's such an enjoyable listen. It's one that you just can sit down and get lost in, and you're going to want to replay it the minute that it's finished. It's one of those things that whenever I did my first playthrough of this yesterday, I had to put the thing on my phone and then throw it out in my car and listen to it while I was out running some errands. I had to just get right back into that experience, sort of jump right back on the beast, because it's that good of an album. But I want to know what you guys think about this. Rate my pronunciation. I'm sure it'll all be 0 out of 10s because I suck at it. And I know it, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Let me know. My name is coverkillernation. For more horrible Vince McMahon impressions, subscribe and like. For more album reviews and general heavy music talk or whatever. I probably just fucked up my own line. For more videos that have mistakes in them, subscribe. It's called The Human Element. I'll talk to you later. See, there's no. Bye.